The all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade arrives wearing a bolder face and packing more substance than ever before. From the moment you set eyes on its sculpted exterior, complete with stacked rectangular LED headlights flanking a sharply defined grille, you know this isn't just a mild refresh. Hyundai has stretched the wheelbase by a couple of inches, pushing the wheels closer to the corners for both a more aggressive stance and genuinely roomier accommodations inside. Slide into the cabin and you'll discover a cozy yet contemporary retreat, one that balances soft, flowing surfaces with a tasteful mid-century modern flair. A panoramic curved display seamlessly integrates the digital gauge cluster and infotainment screen, while strategically placed physical buttons ensure you never have to dive through menus to change the climate or audio settings. Second row and even third row seats now offer sliding adjustment, so you can dial in the perfect mix of legroom and cargo capacity for your weekend adventure. Under the hood, the familiar 3.5-liter V6 returns, now delivering 287 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic. On the road, the transition is remarkably smooth. Gear changes are nearly imperceptible, and the naturally aspirated engine provides a serene rush of power that feels perfectly befitting of a family hauler. Fuel economy settles in at a respectable 21 miles per gallon combined, 19 city/25 highway, a hair down on some Turbo 4 competitors but with a much more hushed and refined delivery. For those who crave even quicker throttle response and better fuel efficiency, Hyundai plans to unleash a 2.5-liter turbo hybrid later in the season, with an electric motor bolstering the gasoline engine. That setup is expected to crank out around 329 horsepower and 339 lb-ft of torque, which should put the Palisade on firmer footing against rival hybrids in its class. Beyond the powertrain, the Palisade's chassis tuning leans firmly toward comfort. Even over rough pavement, the cabin remains remarkably quiet thanks to added acoustic insulation and clever cabin ceiling measures. Steering is light but communicative, and selectable drive modes, from eco to sport, put you in control of how the SUV reacts to throttle inputs and steering effort. But Hyundai didn't forget about weekend warriors. The new XRT Pro trim transforms the 3-row cruiser into a bona fide off-road contender, complete with an inch more ground clearance, 18-inch all-terrain tires, an electronically locking rear differential, and fully functional recovery hooks front and rear. We put it through its paces on a rocky, sandy course, and although it occasionally danced on 3 wheels, the Palisade XRT Pro powered through with surprising confidence. Pricing kicks off at just over $40,000 for the base SE and climbs to around $55,500 for the swank top-of-the-line Calligraphy, which treats occupants to genuine Napa leather, heated and ventilated seats in rows 1 and 2, a built-in dashcam, and Hyundai's Digital Key 2.0. In every configuration, the 2026 Palisade blends generous room, thoughtful technology, and a compelling mix of comfort and capability that's hard to beat in today's 3-row SUV market.